Hi guys, um, I was online recently to find out how I could make my own humidor using, like a cooling system, a fridge, a chiller to be exact. I saw a couple of videos from different individuals where they took the Humidor and they equipped it with a whole bunch of fans, lights, cedar ashtrays, cedar trays, not ashtrays, but cedar trays. It looked pretty cool. Um, there was this one guy, I can't remember his name, but I'm gonna put it in the link. I'm gonna write the name up inside there. He was quite of an inspiration to what he did with the humidor, with the Winador, turn it into that humidor. But one thing I didn't notice he did was the temperature to cool down the system. He just left it, I don't live in a cold country. I live in St. Lucia, close to the equator. So it's pretty hot down here. It gets pretty hot. So I went ahead and got myself a thermostat, one of those electrical temperature controllers. I'll show it in the build. I also went ahead and get LEDs like I see he did. I also went ahead and get some fans exactly like the ones he had from Amazon. Again. And the Oasis, the cigar Oasis, was pretty expensive. That thing cost like $300 US. Yo, that's expensive where I'm from. It's like $700 something dollars, close to $800. So, yo, you gotta save up to buy that. It doesn't come easily like this. So I went ahead and I did some research first on what a humidifier, an electrical humidifier looks like. I saw some cool reviews of what I really wanted. I saw some cool blueprints. So I went ahead and I built mine around one of the blueprints I find that was most interesting. And looking at the Oasis 2.3.0, I see it's not too difficult because it looks like the top of it has a fan inside there, and the bottom is where they put the beads and the water. So this fan has to be blowing down onto that water, and then the moisture, the humidity that is formed in the bottom where the water is, the wind from the fan blows it out through the vents, and I would guess that would be humid air that is coming out from, because I got another humidor that's 300 count. It's full, it's filled to the max, and I need more space. It's need one. It's one of those need one 48 liters, I think it is. Yeah, I got it inside the room, so that's another story. And it just gave me for a small container where we could just add the water inside. Yeah, I got a couple of Bovido packs inside of it still, and plus the water, just to keep shit regulated. It works pretty fine. I don't have a problem with it. It's beautiful. Need one. Glado, I must say 5.0. You see me? Excellent. I cannot complain about your humidor. Cannot complain about your humidor. Guys, thumbs up to Need One. They got it. So okay, back to the story. So I went ahead and I built my own humidor. And to get it to work properly, I had to get a humidifier. Cigar Oasis humidifiers are too expensive for me right now. So I decided to build one myself. Humidifying technology that I've seen online, blueprints, videos guys put out, what they did and how they went about doing it. So I decided to do my own. Okay, and this is what it looks like in the beginning. It's gonna have more stuff onto it. Check it out. See, this is the fan that's gonna be on top of the lid. This is the open bucket, the open container that's gonna house the beads on the inside. Yeah, I'm gonna cut myself some small square slots, two of them like I saw on the Cigar Oasis. You know, I'm just copying some of what they did. Okay, and this is gonna connect to the power supply. That's it there, unregulated. I have put it on. It did work exceptionally good. Yeah, right now it's off. So the temperature inside there is like 27 degrees Celsius, and the humidity is 85% RH. That's way too high for my RH. My RH is between 55 to 65 RH. Anywhere between there, I'm good to go. And I usually have the temperature at say 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 21 point. That's my high ends. Yeah, my lowest ends is in the 18.3 Fahrenheit, Celsius. 18.3 Celsius. So that would be in the area of how much Fahrenheit? Can't remember. Yeah, but I also got the temperature controller, which is this. That's something I noticed about the fridge itself. When the fridge comes on, it tends to drop the humidity gradually to the desired temperature. So it comes in on my high ends there, it would go into the area of 40, 41, 42, and then the fans kick in. After the fans kick in, I built my own Oasis, Cigar Oasis. I call it Cigar Fountain, the translucent. Right there. I'll bring it outside in a while so you guys can see what I did inside there. So I also got, I got two boxes inside there. These boxes are empty for now. Okay. So I'm supposed to get another controller like this to control the humidity. So these fans, the fans in the back and at the bottom, and then the fan on the box, the Cigar Fountain box, comes on when the temperature, when the RH goes down to the area of 50, so it can bring it back up, so it can hang around 55, 56, or 60 in those areas, whilst the fridge temperature is still being maintained at 18 degrees Celsius, which is in the area of 64 degrees Fahrenheit, someplace in that area. I got the lights, everything inside there. So let me go ahead and put it on. Let me go ahead and put everything on. Okay, and we'll check it out. Hold on, give me a chance. Okay, that's the lights inside. See? Blackout. Ooh. The lights I got off Amazon. The fans I got off Amazon. The meters, the hydrometer I got off Amazon also. What again? Yeah, the controller I got off Amazon. Mostly everything is from Amazon, but I took them from a gentleman, what's his name? The Cigar Club. Yeah, I took it from the Cigar Club. So glad to the information from the Cigar Club. Yeah, I'll put his link up there. You guys could go check out his link and you could see all what he did. Yeah, I took mostly everything from this guy. But the one thing I didn't purchase was the Cigar Oasis. This thing was too expensive, as I said. So I went ahead and I built my own. I'll take it out in a while for you guys to see. Yeah, the concept is derived from the Cigar Oasis. The Cigar Oasis was so expensive I couldn't go ahead and buy my own. So I went ahead, I saw some videos of YouTube and some blueprints. So I went ahead and I built something similar. I got the beads from the stores in town, the water BBs. So I put all of those inside there. It's filled. I put an entire 1.5 liters of water inside there. So all of these are saturated with the water right now, so that it doesn't fall over into the fridge and dirty the floor and spill all over the floor in the fridge. So I got this small fan from an old CPU. Yeah, it gets condensated inside there, which is actually what I'm looking for. So this thing always stays damp, moist. I hope it doesn't conk it out. You see, but particularly I see it does the same. Yeah, so if you guys want to build something similar, it's kind of similar to the Oasis, but with the temperature controller and the temperature controller and the humidity controller, this thing should regulate itself with the temperature inside there. Okay guys, this is it. And its name is called Cigar Fountain, the Translucent. Nice name, yeah? I'm gonna put the name up there. Cigar Fountain, the Translucent. All right, I did get the humidity controller this week. I put it in already. I used to have the humidifier at the bottom, but I had to take it out because the humidity was getting too high, out of control. As you can see, right now it's at 18.5 degrees Celsius and 89.4% of humidity. That's too high. I need to range between 55 to 65. I need to stay between those areas. That's my preferable area. 55 to 65, sometimes 52 to 65, in that area. So I leave it there for it to check itself out, for it to regulate itself without the humidifier at the bottom. And let's see what happens. It didn't regulate itself. It stayed in this around the same 82 to 85% RH. It never really went down. So I had to go ahead and figure out a way to create a dehumidifier to put inside there, because that's one of the problems. The humidity would rise when it steps down, but to bring the humidity down when it goes too high seems to be a problem. So I went ahead and I built a dehumidifier. You guys will see it in a while. Okay, this is the homemade dehumidifier for the fridge. Why I bought this dehumidifier Pelton system. Inside there it came with a fan, the Pelton plate, and I built it with a small fan into a small container. This is to help assure that the humidity in the fridge humidor doesn't go over its limit. I hope it works. First try. Let's see how it works. Okay, so I took out all the cigars inside. I just left a few, which I'm gonna restock in a while. So the dehumidifier is working. As you can see, it's beeping and it's dropping down the humidity level. So it is actually working. The fridge is also on, helping to drop the humidity, but it's going on even way quicker with the dehumidifier, which is running there right now. Don't know how much liquid I'm gonna pull up into her sooner, but what I'm looking to do is taking the humidifier and joining it with a tube taking the dehumidifier and joining it to a tube in the humidifier. So all this water, excess water, can go back into the humidifier to rehydrate the beads inside there, so it can be distributed back into the atmosphere when it's needed. But it seems to be working. It's dropping the temperature. Yeah, it's working. It's working. It's working. Okay, just give it some time. Let's see what will happen after. For how long? So the dehumidifier is working. It's helping maintain the RH within the area of 55 to 65. The humidifier also helps keep it within an area of 55 to 65. The temperature is also regulating itself. Yeah. So every time the humidifier goes down to 55.0, it would kick in and take the humidity level back up to 60. And then when this bad boy, which is the dehumidifier, goes to 70, it drops it back down to, when it goes to 67, it drops it back down to 58. I've restocked all the cigars inside. The high end is at 53 RH. You could see the smiling face. It's all lovely there for this one. Yeah. We have the second humidity controller is at 56, which is okay. And down, way at the bottom, we have the 61. Still within, it shows it's wet, yeah, but still within the recommended area. Seems to be holding up itself now. Seems to be holding up itself now. All in all, the build came out well. I'm satisfied. Took me a couple of weeks to get all the gadgets from the internet, from Amazon, to come into the island where I can build what I was the Humidor. Thank you for all the inspiration out to Cigar Club and all the other websites I researched on to get an idea of how to build a humidifier and a dehumidifier. Anyway guys, looking forward to some of your comments, some of your questions. I'm always hope you guys liked it and give me some likes. All right, stay blessed.